name's Amanda Sewell. I'm a GP working in Southampton. I went to Cambodia on the Improving Global Health project, which is a partnership project between NHS South Central and the Maddox Jodie Pitt Foundation in Cambodia. And I was out in Cambodia for 6 months. Before going to work abroad, I was working as a locum GP, so essentially I was freelance, self-employed, and my time was my own, so it was quite a good opportunity to be able to take some time out. I was really keen to work in a developing country before sort of settling down as a working GP. I arrived in Cambodia at roughly the same kind of people with same kind of time with a couple of colleagues. There was another GP and a midwife, so we were a team of 3 working out there for 6 months. So we arrived into Phnom Penh, which is the capital city of Cambodia, and then sort of went up to where our partner organisation's head office was, which is in a city called Battambang, which is in the northwest bit of Cambodia. My first impressions of Cambodia were it was an amazing country full of very hospitable people. It was very noisy and bustly. It was quite hectic when you're arriving into Phnom Penh, but then the further north you went, the more rural it got, and it was stunningly beautiful. Professionally, it was an amazing experience to have 6 months, if you like, of time out of normal NHS work, just being able to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to have the opportunity to do in the UK. So being sort of completely responsible for running a small project, from organising it right from the word go, having an idea of budgets. There were some sort of challenges, mainly language difficulties. Obviously, English isn't the first language, so often a lot of our work had to be done through translators. So that made it a little bit more difficult. Obviously, there are working abroad anywhere different. There's always sort of cultural differences that take a little while to get used to. A lot of the work I was involved in was teaching and training, and that was something I hadn't really done a great deal of, apart from on an ad hoc basis in the UK before going. And having done quite a lot of it out there, it really ignited my interest, and subsequently since coming back I've got very involved in doing some medical student teaching. Going out and working abroad certainly gives you a lot of additional skills that is very useful to the NHS. I think professionally it develops you in a way that would be very difficult to get the same experience in the UK. So I think a lot of leadership skills was able to develop whilst out there. Including working in small teams, being responsible for a small budget, interacting with different people. I would definitely love to go and work abroad again. I'd love to go and work in a developing country again. I think it's quite hard to go away for a large chunk of time unless you can arrange a sabbatical. So I think I'd be really interested in trying to explore whether there's any opportunities to work for a short period of time, maybe going to do some sort of training, train the trainers, or some sort of educational project that you could do over a 2 to 4 week period. I would encourage anybody who'd be interested in working abroad to take the opportunity. I think it's an amazing experience, both professionally and personally. I would wholeheartedly recommend it to anybody.